Apple's new M3 Macs have been available to order for almost a week now, and to my surprise, you can still get every non-Max M3 model on launch day, which means that they're not selling well at all. So the big question is, why are people not ordering these brand new M3 Macs? Well, in this video, I'm gonna go through the top 10 reasons or problems that I could think of to explain what's going on. Problem number one is that there are no design changes at all with these new M3 Macs, including the iMac and the MacBook Pros. You have basically the same display, although they did software boost the brightness up to 600 nits, but we already knew that there's the Vivid app that goes up to 1000 nits, which you can still get. In fact, the only design change is the brand new space black color, but you can only get that if you buy the more expensive M3 Pro and M3 Max models, and with that new color, you could basically just get a D-brand skin to make it look space black instead of spending another $2,000 to $4,000. For problem number two, it's the fact that there are no new features at all. We still have the same notch, but without Face ID once again. That was actually one of the things that could have gotten me to personally upgrade, but no, there are no changes to the keyboard, no changes to the speakers, the microphones, all of the features, no changes at all. And the issue is that people like to see new features when they upgrade, like let's say more ports or faster ports, but no, nothing changed at all. For problem number three, we have the price of the M3 base model MacBook Pro getting more expensive from $1,300 on the M2 MacBook Pro to $1,600. Now yes, Apple did increase the storage to 512 gigs at the base price, which is awesome. However, there are people out there that are literally buying Chromebooks that cost $300. This new $1,600 price tag could be pushing a lot of users to just buy the much less expensive MacBook Air models, like for example, the M1 MacBook Air that you can get right now on Amazon for $750 brand new, which is a crazy good deal. I'll leave the link down in the description below. For problem number four, the only thing that's really new with the new M3 iMac and the new M3 MacBook Pros is the brand new chips that improve the performance and add new performance features. And the problem with this is that Apple made the M1 family of chips too good, as well as the recent M2. I myself thought of upgrading to the new M3 Max in space black, but I realized that my current M1 Max 16-inch MacBook Pro is still more than powerful enough for my workflow. It just flies through everything. Countless amounts of people have been replying and saying that their M1 Macs are still going strong, doing everything they need, so they have no reason to upgrade. So many people, you can see all of these replies. Now for problem number five, Apple literally downgraded the M3 Pro chip, and it's blatantly obvious to everyone. It's got the same 12-core CPU, but they've removed two of the important performance cores to give it two more efficiency cores instead, which are obviously weaker, so the performance is generally the same overall. And then digging even deeper, if you look at the binned M3 Pro model that comes in the 14-inch MacBook Pro for $2,000, it comes with an 11-core CPU with 5 performance cores, and this is actually going to be slower than the previous full unbinned M2 Pro with the 12-core CPU and 8 performance cores. And same thing for the graphics. The new binned M3 Pro with the 14-core GPU is going to be slower than the previous full M2 Pro with the 19-core GPU. Even though the new M3 cores are technically faster, you're losing out on 5 of them. Apple also downgraded the memory bandwidth to 150 gigabytes per second compared to 200 on the previous M2 Pro. So this is an embarrassing choice in my view. For problem number 6, we now have more and more competition from the Windows side starting to catch up. We recently had a ton of hype from the recent Qualcomm Oryon chips, including the Snapdragon X Elite, which is actually faster than the M3 chip. Now, yes, it's not faster than the M3 Max, but still, it's giving people who prefer Windows laptops hope for much faster machines. Because of this, some Windows users who maybe would have finally switched to these new M3 MacBook Pros are holding off to see how good these new Qualcomm-powered laptops are gonna be, so the competition is definitely ramping up. For problem number 7, the new M3 Max chip is actually getting a lot more expensive than before. Previously, you'd be able to buy the full M2 Max chip with a 38-core GPU for $3,500, but now you're actually forced into upgrading the RAM to 48 gigs just to be able to upgrade the chip to the full 16-core CPU and 40-core GPU layout. That means that you're spending $4,000 on a new laptop, and this was actually part of the reason why I didn't upgrade and why I started thinking about if my current M1 Max was still good enough for me to keep for a longer time. So now that Apple is making it even more expensive, it's just not as tempting to upgrade. For problem number 8, I believe that Apple made a last-minute choice to release these M3 chip models sooner than they initially planned due to their terrible Mac sales this last quarter, so they released these just 9 months after the M2 Pro and Max chips. So everybody who was on the fence about ordering thinks the new ones are gonna come in about 9 to 12 months, which isn't that long to wait. So lots of people are choosing to hold off, probably because of the lack of new features. For problem number 9, the truth is that the economy isn't doing so well. More and more people, especially in the tech space, are getting laid off from their work, and it's happening in many different industries. People's excess savings are going down, interest rates are crazy high, which means that payments on any sort of debt like mortgage payments, car loans, personal loans, credit cards are absolutely going through the roof. This is just too tough of an economy for people to be buying new devices, and it makes sense why Apple's Mac sales have been tanking, because these Macs are very expensive. And now for problem number 10, there are rumors that Apple is working on some crazy good new OLED displays for the MacBook Pro, and that is making some people hold off. And it's actually the #1 reason why I am holding off. Yes, the mini LED display on the current one is great, but I hate that it has the halo effect when I'm watching movies, so OLED would essentially solve all of the problems and make it so much better. So personally, I see no reason to upgrade until the actual display gets replaced with OLED, and we of course get much faster chips and hopefully other features. So there you guys go, those were the top 10 reasons or problems for why I think people are not buying these new M3 MacBook Pros and iMac. So hopefully you enjoyed this video. Definitely subscribe above for our testing video starting tomorrow, and check out one of those 2 great videos right over there. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.